question. How often should I condition my hair? Anybody know the answer?
Whenever your hair needs moisture.
It's good, but whenever you wash, you should condition it. It's simple. Wash it, condition it. That's it. Just, it should always go together. So if you're washing it, you should be conditioning it. Can you over-condition your hair? I get this question a lot. It is possible to over-condition hair. However, with curly hair, coarse hair, it is very hard to over-condition your hair. So you really don't have to worry about that. It's not really something we go through. But it is possible, okay? And then next we're going to talk, okay, so protein. We get asked this question a lot. How do I know if my hair needs protein? If you over-condition your hair will need protein. But you'll see your hair will be mushy, it'll be kind of soft, you won't really want to do anything, your curls will just kind of lay, they won't be all cute and bouncy. It means your hair probably needs protein. And then how do you know if you went too much protein or you're protein sensitive, like I am? Your hair will feel straw-like, dry, just nasty. You'll be like, what the heck happened? That Brillo effect? Yeah, that's protein. And there's different types of proteins. So you got animal proteins, those are the strongest. So when you see silk amino acids, that's an animal protein, you know? Okay? Then you'll see stuff like the wheat, that's a vegetable protein. Those are not as strong, okay? So if it's an animal protein, you're like, oh, my hair didn't really like that, try the wheat or try the soy and see how your hair likes that. If it still feels like that, congratulations, you're protein sensitive and you're awesome. And then you just avoid it like the plague, because that's what I do. Okay. How often should I deep condition? There is no real rule. You'll know what your hair likes, but once a week, once every 2 weeks, whatever. I mean, just throw it on there and have a seat and feel good. Oh, see y'all see what this is? This is the hot towel. This is where it really comes in. Y'all see that? It feels so good. And you can do this for yourself at home. If you get a towel, it's a regular hand towel, get it a little wet, put it in a microwave for like 10-15 seconds. It doesn't need to be very long. You wrap it around, honey, you just bought yourself a steamer. There it is. Homemade steamer. Okay? How's it feel, girl? Let's see. Oh, how can you, so if you have say you bought this shampoo and you really liked it and you spent like $12 on it and it sucks and it's drying for your hair, how can you improve it? I want you to walk into your kitchen, get some oil, it really doesn't matter which one, pour it in that bottle. That oil will help with the dryness, okay? Add the oil to a really bad shampoo to make it more moisturized. That's all it's in. When you see a moisturizing shampoos, all that's in them is oil, so just go in and add a tablespoon, and if that's not enough, add another tablespoon, and you just keep mixing like that. Okay. Different additives you can do for hair health. You can do what's called an oil rinse. What an oil rinse is after you shampoo and after you condition, you just get some oil, whatever's your favorite. I'm partial to safflower oil myself because I like lighter oils. They have a whole jar right there. All it is olive oil. Doesn't it look fancy? Yeah, it's just olive oil. Using that to pour over your hair, and that's just going to help seal in the moisture. You can also do beer rinse. A beer rinse you can do for shine, and it also has protein in it. If you're protein sensitive, don't be doing a beer rinse. Hello. But you just open a can of beer. You buy it. You got to be 21, or you got to have your mom buy it or something. Tell us for your hair. You open it. You let it go flat. You don't need the carbonation. You simply pour it over your head. The end. It will smell like beer. Like I said, as it dries, it will dissipate, but that's really good for shine and to add protein. Hi, Shahad. And this is Shahad. Everybody, she's another stylist here. You can also do... I used to do her hair when she was like 12. Beautiful. Brandy, look at that. Where's Brandy? She's right here. Look at that beautiful front. You can also do tea rinses for different scalp issues that you have, and it's just as simple of buying tea, steeping tea like you were going to make it, letting it cool, and pouring it over your head. This stuff is not hard. I'm not making this up. This is just it. And also apple cider vinegar that we talked about too. That's good for itchies. It's good for dandruff too. Good for drying. Just like I said, it's going to stink, but it'll go away.
You guys, I'm trying to record this for her blog.
Dakota, what are you going to use right here?
God. Thank you.
Go ahead, child. Talk about the microfibers.
Everything's moving. Anyway, our towels right here are microfiber towels, which are a lot better for your hair than your basic cotton towel. For a lot of reasons. The obvious reasons is one, it's going to pull your hair, absorb, take out too much moisture. But my personal reason is that the dye in those don't come out like the ones in cotton fiber. They can also affect your hair as well, especially if you have color treated hair, like light, lighter hair. And they also absorb the moisture, and it's a good way that if you're totally natural, you're not going to snag your hair.
How many of y'all seen the little snags that stay in your tail? Yes.
Yeah.
Don't use your regular towels. If you don't have microfiber, the other thing you can do, there you go. You're telling about that t-shirt. Get you a whole t-shirt and think I'm playing. You open it from the bottom. Stick that in. You flip it, tie it around, and go ahead and be
And you can get different colors.
Come on now. Come on now. I'm just telling y'all the truth. Okay. The t-shirt works. Do you see shirts? High five, girlfriend. Okay. Or you can get fancy with the microphone. Either way. Okay. And more importantly, you want to blot, never rub. Never rub. Never rub. Don't rub your hair. So people, they're like, I just deep conditioned my hair and now it looks frizzy. What happened? Thank you. Look at that. Now we're going to stop now. Thank you. You must always blot. I don't even use towels. I just kind of, when I'm done, I just do this and then this and then this and then every direction and I just get out. That's just it. And then it just kind of drips a little bit. So what ingredients you want to avoid? You want to avoid sulfates, like we said before. If you use sulfates, that's okay. They're good at getting stuff out of your hair. Just know it's going to be drying.
Sulfate, what that means is salt. So when you think of sulfate, think of salt. It's a different form of salt that's used in chemicals to create things like shampoos to make big bubbles, because in our minds we're taught that big bubbles mean clean. Yes. That's not always true. Right.
Parabens. Parabens are synthetic preservatives that may or may not cause cancer. So how many people in here want cancer? Oh wait, nobody's hands went up. Wow, that's weird. Okay, so parabens, when the FDA, did all their studies on, they said these may or may not cause cancer. So we're still gonna let you use them. So I just go for the, I don't want cancer, so I just don't use them, okay? They're just preservatives. There's other preservatives that can be used in place. If you have a favorite product that has parabens in them, like write them, start a whole letter writing campaign, talk about them bad on Facebook, and then maybe they'll stop using them. The other thing are the phthalates. It's a synthetic solvent used to like fix products and also to fix perfumes to make it smell more perfumey. That may or may not be hazardous to your health. I love that. So what they did is they did a study and people were using it on their hair, and then they were doing a urine test and it was coming out. So what does that mean? It's being absorbed and going into your bloodstream. No thanks. So we're going to avoid those two. Yeah, that was phthalates. And then lastly, silicones are petroleum. What silicones and petroleum do, and you see them in a lot of African American ingredients, they're greasy, they make your hair look shiny, but that doesn't mean that it's healthy. It just means it made it shiny, okay? They cause a lot of buildup in your hair. As you've seen, you know that if you took some Vaseline and rubbed it in your hair, you'd have a heck of a time getting it out. Well, that's really what you're doing. It's the same thing. Mineral oil is just baby oil. Would you pour a jar of baby oil on your head? No, you wouldn't do that. Okay. However, if you are using these, I do advise that you're also using, if you have something that's working for you, use a clarifier, or you're going to need to use something with sulfates to get it out. You're not going to co-wash that out. That's not going to work. Okay? So you're going to need a stronger cleanser. Lastly is a question that I get asked a lot. You will see at the very, very, very end of a product, sometimes it'll say sodium hydroxide. And people go, oh my God, isn't that the stuff in perm? They put perm in there? No. What it's for is for pH balancing, okay? pH balancing, that means you've got acids, you've got basics, okay? Hair is normally between 4.5 and 5.5. So when they're doing cleansers, they make them very, very, very acidic. Then they test it and they're like, oh, we need to pull it down this way. They use sodium hydroxide because it's cheap and it's just easy for them to balance it. It will not make your hair straight. It's not, I know, they don't have to use it, but you will see that in there. It's not giving yourself a perm. Your hair is not going to go straight. You will still have your curls. So that's the end of our demonstration for now. I really appreciate you guys all coming out. I'm going to repeat this all in an hour, but thank you all. Anybody have any questions? Para mí,